Thanks for attending today's media event. My name is Nick Austin. I'm the communications coordinator for the City of Oshkosh. 2012 marked a great year for the partnership between Go Transit and UWO Oshkosh. And with this being Wisconsin Transit Week, we figured what better time than now to discuss those collaborative efforts in a little bit of further detail. Speaking at the podium today will be City Manager Mark Roloff, followed by UWO Oshkosh Chancellor Richard Wells. When Mr. Roloff and Mr. Wells have concluded, we'll have another city city university and staff on hand for you to talk to, including Go Transit's Chris Strong and Dave Vickman, as well as UWO's Sustainability Director Brian Kermath. For those of you looking to obtain visual footage of Go Transit here at UWO, feel free to step right outside the doors of Reeve Memorial Union as the buses are running their regular routes to campus as we speak. And without further ado, I'll turn it over to City Manager Mark Roloff. Mark?
Thank you, Nick. It's really kind of a special day. 100,000 is a pretty arbitrary number, but when you think about what it represents is the university consists of 10% of our entire transit system. There are a lot of people who ask me questions pretty regularly about the Go Transit system in general, saying nobody rides it. Well, we had 1 million rides last year, and we had 1 million rides in 2011. And this year, in 2012, we had 100,000 rides for the university. I think represents just the commitment to the university to support public transit, which I think is very consistent with their message of sustainability that I'm sure the chancellor loves to brag about because they do so much here at the university. But what they're doing, what I believe what they do for the community is set an example that sustainability is something that everybody should embrace and they're serious about, and that transit is one way in which we can provide a very sustainable transportation alternative to the general public, not just to the university, not just to elementary and high school students as well, but to the entire community in general. And I think if you take a look at the buses we have, our commitment to sustainability with our hybrid diesel buses definitely shows that we want people to consider transit not just as transportation, which is first and foremost, but also as a way to promote sustainability in general. Universities across the country are always challenged with parking issues, and UW Oshkosh is like every other university where parking is an issue and transportation getting to and from. This is one of the area's largest employers. We want to make sure that people that want to get to their place of work, not just their place of going to school, they have a way to do so. And we're not just talking about students that ride our Go Transit buses. We have members of faculty and staff that are also committed to it because they recognize that transit is something that is useful for everybody. And so I'm here to thank the university for their commitment to sustainability, their commitment to a partnership with the city to have a very effective transit system, and look forward to the next 100,000 riders that we hope to have from the university on Go Transit. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chancellor Wells, who's done a great deal to lead sustainability practices, not just on the university grounds, but throughout our community. So Chancellor Wells, take it away.
Thank you. Good job. Just so I can get my appropriate applause, let's give Mark Roloff some applause for me. Good job. Well, I'm here to announce, and I just figured that out from the reading of the press release, that UW Oshkosh now is the largest university in Wisconsin. The press release said last year we had 101,000 students ride Go Transit. I didn't know we had 101,000 students. I don't know, Alex, I have to work on that press release, you know. We did change it to rides, and but I do want to reinforce what Mark was saying in a lot of different ways. We were looking back over, I guess, about 12 years or so ago, we had about 30,000 rides. So that's a very significant jump over this 10-year period. And it does fit, nicely into, I think, our university's commitment to be nationally known and admired as a leader in sustainability in all ways and in forms. And our community of Oshkosh is committed to becoming distinctive for its commitment to sustainability as well. But I was thinking about transit, and to the extent I've used transit over my time, and I have, probably not as frequently as I should, it's another kind of place where we see our community play out. So the more people who use our transit systems, who get on our buses and trains, throughout the city and the state and the country, they're people, for those who have ridden on transit, right, from all walks of life, all ages, young people, our senior citizens throughout the country, and Oshkosh in particular, are heavily reliant on our transit system. But it's, one of the problems that I see in our country, in our communities, is there's still not enough, or fewer and fewer places where people can come together. Sociologists call these great good places, where people from all walks of life and ages come together. Like Wisconsin, there's still a pretty good number of those, like Friday night fish fries, which you don't find all around the country. But I think transit is also, mass transit is also a place where community can play out, where people can really, get together, talk, and I think a lot of for regular riders and so on, sometimes that's the best kind of experience and conversation that a lot of our citizens have in the community, particularly, unfortunately, our senior citizens. So, I think to the extent any of you really need to engage other people in the community and different people in different walks of life, you should go transit, right? Get on there and have a really good conversation. Just ride around just for the experience of being with all kinds of wonderful different people in our community. So we're exceptionally proud to be able to keep this partnership going. It does require a commitment on our part of some pretty significant amount of money each year. We negotiate that every once in a while about how much that should be to make it really easy for our students in particular, but also our faculty and staff to use the transit system here, the GO transit system here in Oshkosh. So we're very proud of this. Quite frankly, I was surprised that the rides got that high. And I just hope it continues to increase over the years. And I do want to compliment the city on their hybrid buses. I think that's an outstanding commitment. It's a very visible commitment to sustainability, and we really appreciate that and being partners with you, Mark. So thank you.
Thank you.
And as we mentioned at the beginning, for any media in attendance, feel free to grab whoever you want, from Chris Strong to Mark Roloff to Chancellor Wells, and follow up for any further information that you need or want for stories, interviews, that kind of thing. So thanks for all of you guys for coming out.